Hi, everyone. Grab your coffee and settle in for this next episode of the Merv and Mindy Show.
Today we're going to be exploring a really cool perspective on sales success. And you might be surprised by the source, but it's actually Gil Scott-Heron's The Revolution Will Not Be Televised.
Wow.
Yeah. So this song has some powerful lessons for anyone in sales, whether you're just starting out or if you've been leading teams for years.
You know, it's interesting how a song about social revolution can actually apply to like personal and professional growth, especially in sales.
Absolutely. And our guide today is Andy Baillie, a sales leader with an incredibly impressive background. He's built international sales teams for companies like Seismic, DocuSign, and Vendor, and now he's the vice president of enterprise business for those gurus of payroll, ADP, leading both their UK and Ireland organizations.
Yeah, and you know, with that kind of experience, he's bringing a very unique perspective.
For sure.
But what's really cool is this connection he makes between this song and finding success in sales.
Okay, so let's dive right in.
Yeah.
The song is a call to action. It's about making change happen and not just waiting for it to happen.
Right.
And Andy sees a direct link to how we approach sales.
Yeah, it's about being engaged instead of being passive.
Right.
So instead of just sitting around and waiting for leads, successful salespeople are out there learning, trying to anticipate new trends, and just creating opportunities.
Yeah.
That's the kind of energy that sets people apart.
You got to be proactive.
Yeah.
So instead of waiting for that revolution of, sales success to come to us, we need to be the ones driving it.
Right.
It reminds me of that line, the revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox. You have to make your own revolution.
Exactly. And that also connects to the song's focus on meaningful action and purpose.
Yeah.
So it's not just about being busy for the sake of it. It's about aligning those actions with goals that contribute to your overall success.
It's about being intentional.
Exactly.
Now, Andy uses the lyrics about white lightning to talk about distractions in sales. We are bombarded all the time with emails, notifications, internal meetings. It's so easy to lose sight of those daily actions that actually drive results.
It's like the song is telling us to just be mindful and prioritize.
That's such a good point, because when you avoid distraction and work with purpose, especially to deliver those many smaller prioritized actions, it helps you gain momentum. And it's momentum that enables you to push past quota, fueling your motivation to achieve even bigger things.
Of course, you have to be really careful here, too. Annie quite rightly says that you can be the most productive, focused, and driven seller on the team, but if underneath your ambition lays superficiality, you'll be found out and lose the game.
This brings us to something super important, authenticity and building genuine relationships.
Yeah.
The song rejects superficiality, and Andy believes that the same applies to sales clients. They want honesty. They want someone who genuinely wants to help.
Absolutely. In a market that is so saturated with, all those empty promises and all those like flashy sales pitches, authenticity becomes incredibly powerful.
For sure.
And you cut through all that noise just by being genuine. It helps you build trust and it differentiates you from the competition.
Yeah. So think about it. When you're interacting with your clients, are you truly engaging with them? Are you trying to understand their needs, or are you just kind of going through the motions?
Right.
Building trust starts with being authentic.
I think it's also important to recognize the emphasis that the song puts on personal responsibility.
Yeah.
It's about, that can-do spirit. It's about having that self-belief that you're the driver of your own success. And Andy really believes that sales success hinges on taking ownership of your actions, setting goals, and constantly improving and refining your skills.
It's all about self-motivation.
Yeah.
Realizing that no one's going to hand you success. You have to create it yourself. Take a moment. Just think about those times in your sales career when you felt the most driven. Was it because of some kind of external reward, or was it something deeper? Was it a belief in your ability?
It's about that internal drive. So it's fascinating how that inner drive can really, push you to success.
So I think that's a really good point to return to in a few seconds. But right now, let's take a quick pause for this important message.
Okay. It seems like just yesterday we were talking about how AI was going to change the world, and now it's like, bam, it's everywhere.
It's definitely changing the landscape, especially for human-first podcasts like what we try to do. And I think that brings us to something really crucial here, the opportunity to really lean in and support that human element, that human-first content. We absolutely believe in what we're doing here on the Merv and Mindy Show, and guess what?
What?
There's a really fun and kind of delicious way for you to be a part of it all.
Imagine yourself. You're enjoying your morning coffee, right? That perfect little pick-me-up. Well, you can send a little virtual coffee our way through our donation page.
Oh, just the thought of it. Imagine us, fueled by your virtual caffeine, chasing new ideas all around the studio.
And do you know what I think is really cool about that? It's that it really deepens the connection between our own creative team and all our lovely listeners who make the effort to support us.
So there you have it. That was our little behind-the-scenes peek. Sadly, the virtual coffee hasn't actually arrived yet, but the thought is definitely keeping us going. So let's get back to our main topic.
So now let's kind of shift gears a little bit and explore Andy's revolutionary tips for sellers. He has 10 in total, and they're each designed to empower salespeople at all levels.
So whether you're a seasoned sales leader or you're just starting out, these are tips that can really change the game.
Definitely.
Okay.
So let's start with cutting through the noise. So Andy really stresses the need to trust your instincts, your research and judgment.
Yeah.
Especially, in today's world where we're bombarded with information.
Right.
It's so easy to get distracted, and it's about just being laser focused on what truly matters.
It's about filtering out that noise and finding that signal and thinking about all the time that we spend, in our emails, chasing these unproductive leads or attending all those meetings that are just unnecessary. What if we could just really hone in on that ability to quickly identify what's valuable?
Definitely would make us so much more efficient.
Yes.
And that leads perfectly into the next tip, the importance of continuous learning.
Yeah.
And that to be successful, you need to have a really deep understanding of your customers, their needs, their environment.
Yeah, that's where that curiosity comes, and the sales landscape is constantly evolving.
Right.
So you have to always stay ahead of the curve, whether it's, industry trends, competitor analysis, or even new sales techniques. Continuous learning just keeps us relevant.
Exactly.
And allows us to provide real value to our clients.
And speaking of value, the next tip is discipline.
Okay.
Andy Baillie emphasizes the importance of forming good habits, including taking care of yourself physically.
Right.
And, this is crucial for consistent effort and achieving long-term success.
That resonates so well with that message of the song of taking control. It's about recognizing that, success in sales requires this holistic approach. You can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself physically, mentally, it's essential for just bringing your best to the table every day.
Couldn't agree more. And you know what? That self-care piece is often overlooked.
Yeah.
So the next tip kind of builds on that. Time management.
Okay.
Andy stresses the importance of being very careful with your time and using it productively.
Yeah.
And encourages salespeople to really focus on those high-value activities that drive results.
Treat your time like gold.
Exactly.
It's about prioritizing the tasks that align with your goals. Minimizing those distractions.
Yeah.
Making every minute count.
And we all have the same 24 hours.
We do.
It's how we utilize them that really makes the difference.
Now, here's a tip that might surprise some people. Manage colleagues. Andy highlights the importance of fostering strong relationships within your team. And he says that this helps to facilitate deal closure, and it also creates that supportive environment.
Yes.
It's so easy to think of sales as this solo sport.
Right.
But collaboration is key. Having a strong team where you can leverage each other's strengths and expertise is so valuable.
Yeah. And when you build those relationships, when you're communicating openly, working towards shared goals, everyone benefits.
It reinforces that sense of collective action. It's not just about individual wins. It's about working together to achieve something bigger.
Exactly. And now let's move on to a tip that's close to my heart. Be genuine, sincere.
Yeah.
Authenticity is paramount when it comes to building strong relationships.
This is so important. In a world that's, saturated with sales pitches, authenticity shines through.
Yeah.
Clients want to work with people that they trust, and that trust is built on honesty, transparency, a genuine desire to help.
Definitely. It's about dropping that sales jargon and just connecting with people on a human level. Just, listen attentively, ask thoughtful questions, and really show them that you care about their needs and their challenges.
Let your personality shine through. Being authentic makes you memorable, and it builds that trust. Okay, so for those that love efficiency,
Yes.
next tip is brevity.
Okay.
Andy emphasizes the importance of clear, direct communication.
Especially when you're dealing with those busy decision makers, they don't have time for long-winded explanations.
Right.
Just get to the point, articulate your value proposition clearly, and respect their time.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to make a lasting impression.
Quality over quantity.
And now the next tip encourages salespeople to step outside of their comfort zones. Be bold.
Okay.
Andy challenges us to ask the difficult questions early on. Don't be afraid to challenge assumptions, to dig deeper, and to uncover those hidden needs or potential objections. By being bold, you demonstrate that you're not just there to close a deal, but you're there to truly help them.
It shows that you're invested in understanding their situation and finding the best solutions for their needs.
Exactly. And now here's a tip that's often overlooked.
Okay.
Be kind to yourself.
Ah.
This is crucial in the fast-paced world of sales.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get caught up in the pressure of targets and quotas.
Right.
So Andy reminds us to prioritize our well-being, manage stress effectively, and just build those healthy coping mechanisms.
Taking care of your mental and physical health is essential for long-term success.
Exactly. You can't perform at your best if you're running on fumes.
Well, we covered a lot of ground today, exploring those 10 tips from Andy and how they connect to Gil Scott-Heron's powerful message. And it's making me think about Andy and his leadership. What it might be like to work for him.
I don't know about you, but I'm getting serious best boss ever vibes from Andy.
Okay, well, let's see if we can wrap this up so you can go and get your CV updated.
And before the producers find out.
A huge thanks to you, our amazing listeners.
And in case you're wondering, let's also give a big thank you to today's sponsors, the Merv and Mindy Show.
Hang on. That's us. Why is marketing sponsoring our own show?
Well, our lovely marketing team have opened a brand new creative service that involves us.
Oh, really? Exciting. What have they cooked up?
It's quite brilliant, actually. You, our lovely listeners, get to work with us directly whilst we become the on-screen hosts and talent for your own sales and marketing efforts. It means you can now hire us to do things like host your sales videos, present training tutorials, or help you launch new products. Just visit our website, www.themervandmindyshow.com, for more details.
Right. Very clear. But there is an iced macchiato in it. They are so nice.
Why don't you close the show out for our lovely listeners, and then I'll go and get you a macchiato.
Until next time, keep learning, keep innovating, keep transforming, and if you can, keep donating just a little bit of coffee.